Yes, part 5 episode, your coach's corner with Coach Lee, championship Coach Lee. Let's don't get that mistaken. Today we have guests here, former player Ben Nkossi. Used to play for me last year, went off to America. Welcome home, Ben.
Thank you. Good to be home, man.
Ben, now you've been away in America. Could you tell us about your time in America and everything?
My time in America was real good, man. It was a real good experience out there. I was there for about 6 months on a scholarship. It was real good. I started off at North Carolina, then I moved to JUCO in Indiana, which was really good when I was out there. It just the journey in terms of life, like life goals and stuff. Like it was really good. It was a struggle at first in terms of money, keeping up with wages and stuff, but I got used to it and stuff. The basketball level over there is real good. Like it's a different kind of competition. The game's a lot quicker, defense is a lot better. People know what they're doing and not just dribbling for the sake of dribbling and stuff. So it's a real good level out there.
So when you talk about the level of basketball play there was real good, how do you? It's not a comparison where you compare it here to the level of play in England, but what I'm looking at is it fundamental, or is it how hard those guys play, or is there?
It's a lot of stuff actually. It's like they're a lot more talented than us. They work a lot harder than us. Like guys out there, they just want to play basketball all day. Like they just want to play basketball, go gym, play basketball. That's what they like doing. So that's a different thing from here to America. What else? Like I said, they work harder. Their defense, they're really strong defensively. Like they can really move their feet out there. So you need a quick move, like to get past the defender. Otherwise, they're gonna take that ball off you.
So you telling me basically you can't be sitting out there with 4 or 5 moves trying to juke a guy?
No, that's not gonna work out there. You need a 1-2 move to go quick. You need a go-to move. You need a counter move. You need moves that are gonna get you to places. Otherwise, it's not gonna be good for you out there.
So when you look at kids in America and you say they're scorers, and then you come back to England and you hear all these kids saying, "I'm a scorer." How do you compare a scorer there and a scorer here?
It's weird because when I was here, I thought that I was a scorer myself. But
True.
I thought that I was a scorer myself, but I had to realize that it's going to be a different level out there because I'm playing a point guard position. So to be a 5'11", I like to say 6 foot, 5'11" point guard, that's a scorer. It's not really going to work out there. So I had to learn to be able to distribute the ball, to lead my team, to make the good plays, to play defense 24/7, no lapses. So I had to really focus in when I was out there. But in terms of scoring, guys out there, they can straight score. Like if they will need to get somewhere, they're gonna get to that place and get a bucket real quick. And like they do it consistently. But like out here, they don't do it as consistent as there. And usually guys take like you were saying, you take like 4 or 5 moves to like do their actual move and get to the basket and stuff. But over there, just a quick move, they score.
So, as far as what is their attitudes like? What is their work level like? Are they workmen, or are they students of the game over there?
They are really students of the game. Like when I was out there, we were playing games. The next day we would watch film, and then if it was a game after, we'll watch film on the team we're about to play. So we did watch a lot of film. What was the other question?
Are they students of the game, or do they work hard? What do they work at? Do they come to practice? Do they pay attention to the details? What the coach tell them?
Details are very important in America because like everyone can basically do what everyone's doing. So everyone's athletic, everyone can shoot, everyone can do this. So now you need an extra edge to really beat your opponent. So that's where the little details comes in and stuff.
So now we done talked about basketball, and love to hear your basketball stories from America, but let's talk about the education, because a lot of kids over here in England don't believe you need that education to make it in America. What is your input on that?
Like, first, before you go out there, before they even look at your highlight tape, they're gonna ask, "Oh, what's your GPA?" Blah blah blah. And once you send them the GPA, they're gonna want to know more about your education before you even send out your game tape. So that obviously shows that they're really into education. But when I was out there, there was a couple guys in my JUCO that I went to. They were real good basketball players, but when it came down to education, they didn't maintain their GPA, so their team had to let go of them. By let go of them, they let go of them for a week until they improved their GPA. If the GPA was not improved, they were dismissed from the program.
So how is that different from over here? Because like over here, I see kids every year and hear kids every year saying, well, I'm going to America, but they don't have no grades. What could you tell a kid that's going to help him to make better decisions where he's going to go to school, he's going to practice harder, he's going to listen to his coach? What advice would you give it to him?
The first advice I'll give to them is to stay mentally strong. Because like over there, it's a real tough battle mentally, physically. You're going to be by yourself, you're going to see completely different people. So to stay strong and stay level-headed mentally, that's going to help you a lot. But in terms of education and stuff, if you get an education that I've done with in England, it'll be much easier for you in America because you're already used to the education system here, and it's virtually the same in America. So the best advice I'll give them is just to stay in school, study hard, just the usual.
Now, you're coming from my academy, and you know I'm American, and was there a lot of things I told you that maybe at the beginning you were like, man, coach is just telling me this, coach is just telling me this, but when you get over there you actually see it and you was like, well, I should have listened back then, would have made me a better player?
Yeah, definitely. There was quite a few things. Because the first thing you used to say a lot, there was like, the guys out there will eat you alive, they'll talk smack to you, they'll do all of this. I was like, coach just trying to scare me, blah, blah, blah. But when I got out there, I really realized that it's a different kind of ball game. Like, guards are going to get into you, they're going to fight, they're going to play hard the whole 40 minutes of the game. There's no lapses over there. That was the main thing. The other thing you were telling, you weren't only telling me, you were telling anything was about the education. You were like, they take it real serious out there. I was like, he's just talking. But when I got out there, I realized, that's really...
You know, I think an edge that, like, you, Samson, Josh, you guys have an edge on most kids that come from England. And same way with my friend in Newcastle, Sean Jameson, being American, and Mike New being an American down there coaching. I think because we're Americans and we know how hard it is over there because we are Americans, we know that fight. Carl Brown been to America, Steve Bucknell been to America, Junior Williams been to America. A lot of these guys been to America, and going to America, like I think for a kid here in England, if I was a kid here in England and I'm trying to get to America, my mindset would be I need to be coached by American. If I was going to learn football and I wanted to go join the Premiership, I'm going to go get coached by someone from England to get in the Premiership. I think a lot of kids make a mistake that they don't understand. Like, some people say I'm a hard coach, but I'm an aggressive coach because I'm preparing you for that next aggressive coach in America to take you to that next step of college and life. But I'm supposed to take you from high school to college. So with a lot of those things, I'm proud to coach like yourself, Samson and Josh, and you know, all these young kids. But if you could help some kids out, right? And you have to tell them, because everybody got this false image about America. They look at basketball on television and they say, well, man, I see how they playing in college, and I could go play. Or, America's going to show me all these moves. Do you agree on that?
I don't agree on that. Like, when I was out there, like I said, I was a scoring guard in England.
Yeah, that never passed.
But when I was out there, that's how I struggled, because I knew I wasn't able to get off my shots off like I did in England. I wasn't able to beat people as easily off the dribble because obviously the defenders there are much better in America. So I had to transition my game and become more of a leader, someone to control the team, play defense 24/7, handle the ball, handle the team and stuff. So a big advice to a guard: if you're under 6'2", under 6'1", just mainly focus on leading the team, playing aggressive defense, being able to knock down open shots, because that will help a lot. And that's pretty much it.
I don't think a lot of kids in this country realize, and you know, I stress it 24 hours a day, and I know some of my friends stress it. I don't think kids really grasp on how hard you got to play defense.
Yeah.
Because over there,
like, I used to I wouldn't say get away, because you can't really get away with anything from you, but sometimes when I was in England, I used to get away with lapses, not being on help defense, sometimes sleeping on the ball and stuff. But over there, it's aggressive 24/7. Like you have to be on your man. You can't let your man beat you. You have to play pressure defense. You have to be in help. You have to be in deny, whatever defense you're in. But you have to be focused defensively for the whole 40 minutes of the game. Otherwise, like I said, the little details they're gonna come back and haunt you.
I'm glad you went over there and learned, and you could come back and pass your experience on to a lot of these younger kids to let them know that everybody got vision, everybody got dreams to go to America. Everybody. You go to a team right now, the last guy on the bench, he'll tell you he's going to America. My thing about that is a lot of kids want to go to America to say they're good. I want my players to go to America and stick and become something, and no matter what, learn the game of basketball and see how the game of basketball is played in the right form. So, you know, you're here at the Coach's Corner. Watch out for Ben Nkossi, coming from Preston's College, ML Elite Basketball Academy. I think Ben have a bright future, and I think Ben could be something special for England national team, a good solid guard in the future. I just believe Ben is that guy that's going to really take over the point guard leadership in this country in 1 or 2 years. So all you young kids out there, I wish you pay attention to this interview. It's not about me asking Ben what's the fun time he had in America, where did he go, and all this. That wasn't about this interview. This interview was about me asking Ben the transition from one place to another, and what did he learn, and how did he feel now he could get better, and what knowledge he could pass on to young kids. You're coming straight from the Coach's Corner, Real Talk Basketball. Thanks for having you here, Ben Nkossi. Yo, next episode gonna be hard. We putting out the mixtape of our championship. When we won the championship, we putting out the mixtape. Yo, everybody stay tuned for that, because we're gonna hit you with something fresh. I'm out.